For the first time in a few weeks, Liverpool fans might well feel that they can take a look at the table. Things are still not back to normal in that regard for the Reds, but they certainly look considerably better than they did a week ago. It is important to remember that to finish fourth, Liverpool will not need to be as consistent as they have been in recent seasons when they were heading for the title. Instead, the teams around them will drop points and be inconsistent. The problem is that more than one team has been given a handy head start with just under half of the league matches to play. Here takes a scan around the other big sides in the and around Europe to take a look at the news going on at the other clubs. Spurs and Manchester United were both in action on Sunday, while Chelsea and Brighton dropped points on Saturday. First, though, there is a transfer claim involving a USMNT star and Newcastle United. Newcastle wants USMNT star Eddie Howe is targeting a new left-back in the summer, with USMNT star Anthony Robinson the man that tops Newcastle United's shortlist, according to Manchester City has also been named as a possible destination for the Fulham man, with Pep Guardiola seemingly wanting a fullback and also being linked with a move for Chelsea's Ben Chilwell. AC and Inter Milan are both said to be keeping an eye on Robinson, who is supposedly keen to play Champions League football. Newcastle's hopes of making the top four went hit slightly when they lost to Liverpool on Saturday. Says Robinson is a very good player and as good a season as Fulham is having, a move to Newcastle would be a step up. The 25-year-old is definitely a player to watch over the next season or two as he reaches his prime years. Champions League hopes only when Liverpool wins can they make real ground on those teams around them, with the victory over Newcastle allowing for that this weekend in that six-pointer. Manchester United look well placed to come third, though they do have an awful lot of matches to fit in before the end of the season, and they ended up swatting aside Leicester quite easily. Marcus Rashford continued his exceptional form and Brendan Rodgers' side could not make the most of the good start they made in the match, where the Foxes were dominating the early stages. Elsewhere, Spurs beat West Ham thanks to second-half goals from Emerson Royal and Son Heung-min. On Saturday, Brentford drew with Crystal Palace. Liverpool plays Palace next weekend, while Chelsea and Brighton both lost 1-0 at home to Southampton and Fulham respectively. Liverpool is now 8th in the table, behind Brighton on goals scored, and only 6 points behind Newcastle with a game in hand. Says the Reds have a real chance of making the top four if they continue to play as they are. Chelsea is not completely out of the race yet, but Spurs and Newcastle are the ones to get ahead of. Chelsea plays Spurs next weekend, while Newcastle's next league game is at Manchester City, a week after the Carabao Cup final. Liverpool just has to keep winning.